Hello everybody, it's the Bricklord here, back with another Ninjago video, and today is my updated top 5 villains video, and wow, this is going to be super awesome. We have so many villains to choose from as of the most recent installment of Seabound for Ninjago, and yeah, as for some criteria of this video and how I'm going to do this top 5, the villains have to be main villains of the show, no side villains or anything like that. And then I'm also going to be looking at their overall character, their motivations, obviously, their looks, their voice, and then lastly, just how much I personally enjoy seeing that villain on screen. And all of those factors together are going to determine the order of this list and which villains make it on and off this ranking list. So yeah, with all that said though, once again, all that criteria factors into this. And again, this is all just my opinion and what are my personal favorite top 5 villains. But with all that though, we're just going to go ahead and get started with the list. Number 5 pick is going to the Skull Sorcerer, and I know that this might be a controversial pick, but let me tell you why I think he is actually an excellent villain. Firstly, looking at his character, it's really interesting because as we know, the Skull Sorcerer was King Vangelis, and it's amazing how he can put on such a great facade of being the really nice guy and king and ruler of Shintaro, and yet then he can go down in the mines below Shintaro, enslaving races of creatures to do manual labor for monetary gain, which is his motive is money and wealth, which I think is really interesting. It's a more down-to-earth motivation. Obviously Ninjago is not trying to be realistic necessarily, but it's definitely a more grasping like motive that people can relate to, I think, more than some other things in Ninjago. So that's what's really interesting as well. And then as for some of the other things I mentioned, like looks, I think the Skull Sorcerer, man, this guy looks awesome. I really love the whole kind of robe design and those tassels and black and green. It looks kind of really evil. Those big bat wings behind him also kind of add to his just menacing look. And then his mask with those evil eyes and that mouth just look awesome. And then as for voice, he has an excellent voice. I really love the Skull Sorcerer's voice. It just sounds so dark and evil, and he just is yelling at like the monks and geckos and the ninja and ordering stuff around and causing chaos, and he's just a really awesome dark evil villain. And I mean, I know some people say he's kind of evil for the sake of being evil and he's not all that exciting, and yeah, he's not the best villain, but I definitely think he's a very well done villain and definitely deserves to be on this list. He has a lot of great villainous qualities that make him an awesome villain. So yeah, definitely deserving of the number 5 spot in my opinion. Number 4 pick is going to fan favorite villain Harumi, and yeah, she is really awesome and was definitely going to make this list. As for her whole character, man, is she sadistic though. She is just freaking evil, but her motivations are really interesting though. Her parents were killed in the assault on Ninjago City when the Great Devourer had attacked, and if the ninja had prevented the Great Devourer from attacking and destroying good portions of Ninjago City, Harumi's parents could well be alive and she would not be the crazy sadistic villain that she is today, which is interesting motivation. And I like how she accomplished basically reviving Garmadon, taking over Ninjago, and plotting to get the ninja killed. Along the way, how she accomplished that was just dark and evil as well. She ended up killing her adopted parents, which were the Emperor and Empress of Ninjago, and then getting close to Lloyd and ended up breaking Lloyd's heart, betraying him and the ninja, and then resurrecting Lord Garmadon, or later Emperor Garmadon, to basically take control of the city and nearly kill Lloyd, and basically strand the 4 original ninja in the realm of Oni and Dragon. So yeah, she was pretty darn evil, and she had excellent motivations and stuff. As for looks as well, she looks pretty evil as well, with her kind of black and dark blue outfit that fits in with the rest of the SOG, and that evil kind of red around her eyes. So yeah, she's pretty awesome. And then her voice is really well done. I love how she can sound so evil and menacing, and then yet earlier in the season, though, she had such an innocent and quiet kind of voice, which I guess fit her quiet one, mentality that she was hiding as the kind of true evil villain. So yeah, overall, she's a really well done villain, and definitely a fan favorite one. And I have to agree with many of people who do like her. She was an excellent villain and definitely deserving of being on this list. Number 3 pick is going to Nauticon, and it's definitely easy to see why many people enjoy this villain. He is just so awesome. He's very conniving and devious and cunning, and he seriously makes for an excellent villain. As for kind of his character, though, it's, really interesting. Trapped in the teapot, and he's just an evil genie, waiting to get out. As soon as he does, he starts manipulating people right away. Then into his motivation, though, wow. He gets the realm crystal, wanting to bring back his old pirate crew, and then ends up learning that his home world is basically crumbling and disintegrating away, and he wants to basically get revenge on the ninja by trapping them in the Sword of Souls and resurrecting his home world of Jinjago inside of Ninjago, which is okay. That's already really cool motivation. And then on top of that, he has other motivation where he wants to resurrect the love of his life, Dalara, inside of Nia after seeing her in Ninjago. And between those two motivations, yeah, it's quite interesting. And then as for looks, well, Nauticon looks freaking awesome. I mean, the 4-armed, evil kind of bad guys in Ninjago tend to be pretty cool, and he's no exception. I really love Nauticon having 4 arms, and yeah, he's just really cool. As for his voice, another, stellar voice, and Nauticon again just sounds so cunning and devious the way he talks, and yeah, it's just so well done. And I enjoy seeing Nauticon on screen. He is just an excellent villain, and again, I'm just running out of things to say. I seriously can't think of too much else, because he's just an excellent villain. And yeah, that's really all I have to say. He definitely deserved a spot on this list. Number 2 pick is going to the most recent villain as of the time of this video, that being Prince, or later King Calamar. And I have covered this guy plenty during my coverage of Seabound on my channel, but I've talked about this legend, man. This guy is seriously just an absolute beast villain. He is just awesome. He is everything I would want to see in a villain in Ninjago. He's brutal and evil and dark, also cunning and conniving, and has an awesome on-screen presence and design and everything. As for, his character, again, he is just very, uptight, I guess, in a way, and he doesn't like anybody outside of the Merlopian royal bloodline, which is kind of his motivation for doing what he does. He's basically just racist against everyone, pretty much, and he doesn't like anybody else, especially surface dwellers. And so his solution to that is, I'm going to awaken this giant sea serpent and kill off everyone, which, okay, the guy is just dark. He has no problem murdering his father without second thought. He is just hateful to his brother Benthmar, and he doesn't even mind about killing civilians of his own kind, the Merlopians, like chasing the ninja. He didn't care that he was shooting up his city and could have caused civilian casualties. The guy is just absolutely evil as all can be. He's just dark and brutal, and I love to see that as a villain. And then as for other things, though, design, as I mentioned, he's incredible looking. He just looks evil. And his voice, wow, A+. His voice is just incredible. He is that accent he has, that thick accent is just awesome, but he is just voiced incredible, and he's cunning and devious, and yeah, I mean, he is just one heck of a villain, and they absolutely just nailed it with this and knocked it out of the park with Calamar. Definitely, by far, one of the best Ninjago villains, easily, and definitely well done in my opinion, and for sure was definitely going to make this list. And now for some honorable mentions. And the first honorable mention is going to Unagami, and you guys know I like Season 12. He fit Season 12 very well. He wasn't really a villain per se, or he wasn't meant to be a villain. He was just more upset, and his design is really cool though. But as for a top 5 villain list, he fit Season 12 well, but he's definitely not like the evil villain that's super brutal. That's definitely going to make the top 5. That's why he's an honorable mention. Nextly is going to Emperor Garmadon, and I know some people are surprised that he's not on the main list. For me, Emperor Garmadon, yeah, he's a good villain, and he fit the end of Season 8 into Season 9. I mean, yes, he was a good villain, and he was dark and evil, and yeah, he was pretty brutal, but I don't know, for me, he's just kind of there, like, it's the third kind of round of having Garmadon, whether it's good or bad, around in Ninjago, and he just doesn't feel all that unique. I mean, he was good for what he was, and he was dark, but for me, he doesn't quite make the top 5 for me personally. And the last honorable mention here is Pythor, and I definitely think Pythor is an excellent villain. He was really awesome for Season 1 and at the time, and he definitely still is an excellent villain. But for me, I think Calamar, which I know many people compare Calamar to Pythor, and I honestly think Calamar is better than Pythor. That might be a controversial opinion, but personally, I think Calamar is the better Pythor in a way. And for me, that's why Pythor is now an honorable mention. Otherwise, he may have made the list. And now the number 1 pick is going to Moro. And wow, this is a fan favorite villain and character in Ninjago, and for me is definitely my favorite villain. He is just so well done, and his character is just really awesome. He is, as a child, getting trained by a young Master Wu, and is told the prophecy of the Green Ninja, and believes that it will be him. And then when destiny basically says no, Moro defies destiny, and he believed that he would be the Green Ninja. He believed it to a fault, that he was going to do anything and everything to make it come true, even coming back from basically the dead to curse and possess Lloyd to be the Green Ninja, take out the fellow ninja team, and permanently stay as the Green Ninja, which, wow. And yeah, his motivation, like, again, he, believed something to a fault that, was said to be true for him. And then when it didn't happen, he just felt like he had been robbed and wanted to take back what he believed was his, which I think is really cool motivation. And then his design is great, both him possessing Lloyd and just as his regular self. Both designs are really epic, especially the Moro possessing Lloyd, but both of them are really awesome. And then his voice, man, wow, another stellar voice. Moro just sounds so evil and just devious, and wow, I mean, he is just awesome. And yeah, everything about Moro, I love seeing this villain and character on screen. And the thing for me, that yes, he is an amazing villain, but he's also an amazing character, and he does have an amazing arc at the end of Season 5 and a little in Day of the Departed. Overall, though, I mean, yeah, this villain is just awesome. He is definitely, for sure, the number 1 pick in my opinion. So many things done right, and I doubt that he will be beat out anytime soon. But yeah, well done, villain. Definitely deserving of the number 1 spot. And that'll now conclude my video for my updated top 5 villains video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was super fun to make, and I was so glad to get to share my updated thoughts on my top 5 favorite Ninjago villains. And with that being said though, I would love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments below. Please tell me your list. I know definitely not everybody is going to agree with mine, so once again, I would love to hear your guys' opinions and chat with you in the comments. Also though, with that being said, if you guys could hit that like button, that would definitely be appreciated. It was super fun to make this video, and I really hope you guys enjoyed it. And also, while you're down there, if you guys could hit that subscribe button, guys, we're past 230 subscribers, which, wow. Like only a week ago or a little more than a week ago, we were at 200. So to have already reached 230 subscribers, wow, you guys are amazing, and I can't wait to hit 250 with you guys so I can do another subscriber special for you guys. So again, if you could consider hitting that subscribe button, that would definitely be appreciated. Also, make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything from me. But yeah, with all that said though, once again, this was super fun to make and I enjoyed doing it, and I would love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments below. But yeah, with all that said, I don't really have anything else to say. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next one. So, bye!